How's everybody today? Good. So, no new thoughts after watching the LSU game. There's, probably the most complete game we played all year, especially the way we executed in the second half. I thought offensively, we controlled the line of scrimmage. We had great balance. Jayden played really well, obviously, being the player of the week. But, I think that, this team has created an opportunity for itself. So everybody's got to make a choice on, what you want to do to prepare and to continue to play at the level that we're capable of playing at and to continue to improve. And, I don't think this is a time for anybody to be complacent. I know that even Sunday morning when I got up, I was like, wow, I'm tired, but you got to go, man. You got to keep going. You got to keep grinding. You got to keep focused on what you have to do to get better and to prepare for the next game because, Kentucky is completely different type of team than what we played against a week ago. And what we did last week is not going to have any impact on what we do this week. They're tough. They're physical. They're well coached. Coach Stoops does a really, really good job with his team in terms of, the competitive character that they play with and the intangibles that they have. And, they're 6-3 and, they've got some really explosive players on offense. The quarterback has played really well for them. They've got great balance on offense. Their defense is tough and physical and really well coached in terms of what they do. Barian Brown is really good returner. So they've got lots of good players, very challenging preparation for both sides of the ball.
Yeah, do you have an update on the health of Deontay and I just forgot the Jalen Key?
No, I don't really. I think we would prepare to play in this game because, both guys have injuries that, are day to day in terms of what they're going to be able to do. So it's not just a matter of whether they would be ready to play in a game, but can they practice enough to be ready to play in a game? So that's going to be, day to day. So, both guys, I would have to say, if you have to say, would be questionable because it is questionable because I don't know what they're going to be able to do from day to day.
What went into getting Jay Miller and Kendrick Law more involved on offense this past week, and just what can you say about their patience of kind of waiting their turn this year and being ready when their name is called?
Well, K Law has been a significant player for us all year long, especially on special teams, and he's had some role on offense, but we did expand that role a little bit. Guy's a great competitor, a really hard worker. He's got a skill set that I think can be utilized offensively, and I think we're starting to use that. Jam has played really, really well all year long. Jace is, played a lot of football this year and a little bit banged up. So those guys have gotten more reps in practice. So obviously wanted to give him and Roydale both a little more time in the game. And both guys came through and did a really good job.
What do you remember about the 2002 game when you were at LSU at Kentucky with the Hail Mary?
Look, I remember we didn't play very well. I remember they poured Gatorade on the coach already. I remember there was about a 30-mile-an-hour wind that we had at our back, and the guy threw the ball and it just kept going and going and going. And their guys misjudged the ball and tipped it, and Devery Henderson caught it and ran for a touchdown. So that's basically what I remember.
From a novice perspective, this offense seems to get more multiple every week. Is that just a byproduct of Jaylen earning the coaching staff week by week, or is this just the evolution of this offense?
No, I think that it's probably a combination of both. I think as Jaylen gets more comfortable, more confident, is reading and seeing things so he can actually do a little more and do some different things. But I also think that, the rest of the guys around him are getting more comfortable and executing better. So all those things contribute to us being able to do a few things that, we can take advantage of. But that's different, every week in terms of what kind of defense are you playing and what do they do, and how can you try to take advantage of it.
With Ja'Cory Brooks' role in the offense being smaller this year than last year, how has he handled that in terms of maturity, attitude, mental approach, those things?
Well, he's done a great job. He's done a great job on special teams. He's been a little hurt, which has contributed to, his role to some degree. And but he's been great. He's done a great job on special teams. He's done everything we've asked him to do. When he's gone in the game, he's done a really good job of doing what he needs to do. But he got his shoulder banged up, which has been a little bit of an issue for him all year, in the game. So we'll see how that goes this week as well.
A guy we haven't asked about in a while is Devontae Smith. Just how's he coming along in his recovery?
He's actually getting to the point where he's able to do dry land running. And I think he's gotten up to like 80% or something like that. So he's getting closer, but we just have to wait and see. That's kind of day to day too.
What has Malachi Moore meant to the team in bringing energy, but also in being able to be versatile in the secondary?
Well, Malachi's a great leader, but he's also, very smart. He's got lots of experience. He understands the system of what we do. I think he really helps the other guys with adjustments that we need to make in the game. And, he's been invaluable. He's played well. And I think he's helped everybody around him play better.
Okay, we got two more. Tony in the back.
You've really been able to shut teams down in the second half on defense, or at least improve on defense. How much does that say to what the job Kevin's done in making adjustments in games?
Yeah, well, we all contribute to trying to make adjustments in the games, and Kevin's done a really, really good job. He's in the box, so he has a really good perspective of, what we didn't do correctly, what we need to fix, what's not working, what might work better. So, but I think we also do a great job on the sidelines of showing the players the series before. And the first series of the second half was not a good one for us, but we actually played better toward the end of the game. But I think we need to have a little more consistency. The drive right before the half was not great, and the first drive of the second half was not great. But then I thought we played really, really well after that. But we just want to try to we're getting a lot of stuff, man, lots of multiples that the players have to adjust to. And we want to do more things, but make it simpler for the players so that we can actually do these things and be able to adjust to all this stuff that we're seeing, so that they're confident that they can make the adjustments we need to make.
What was your perspective on Dallas's roughing call and just what the technical coaching point would be there?
Look, I don't know if there is a technical coaching point. You always tell players you want them to see what they hit. He hit the guy here and then he hit him sort of in the chin. So it wasn't like a direct hit or an intentional hit to the head. It was a really good hit, but unfortunately, his helmet did slide up and hit the guy. So it's a foul. If you hit the quarterback in the head, it's just going to get called all the time. And we just want to have him keep his eyes up and see what he hits, and hopefully target down a little bit so it doesn't happen again.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Neurologist.
Malachi, you got a question? Raise your hand.
Hey Malachi, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Kind of a strange question for you here, but about 6 minutes left in the second quarter. LSU ran a zone read. You made the tackle. It was about a 5-yard gain. Daniels kept it.
Mm-hmm.
Pre-snap, you're doing this like an air guitar. I'm just curious. Have you got an air guitar signal?
It just means play it.
Okay.
I think they checked or something like that, and we looked to the sideline, and we still had the same call. So I just tell everybody to play it. That's basically what that means.
Thought there must be something fun there.
Hey, Malachi, you've been in the slot most of your career here, but obviously I saw you play a lot of safety on Saturday. How comfortable are you doing that? And, what's the difference between playing that and playing in the slot?
Being here, I done had a lot of reps at multiple positions, from free safety, strong safety, and the slot, like you said. And I pretty much know all the secondary positions and what everybody's responsibility is. So whenever I have to go to a different position,
WVTM 13
really
News is live, local, late breaking.
Like my
From the
assignment
big
and what I'm supposed to do.
to stories that
It really
impact
helps
your
me a lot.
community. Plans are moving forward to bring Major League Baseball to
Can you talk us through the John
just
Wick
under
on
8
the
months,
Black and
all
what
eyes will be
inspiration for
on
that one?
Ridgewood Field. Crews have already started
I've
replacing
been
gutters
trying to
around the
get those little All
ballpark.
Black
Go ahead and
things
say
in for
that.
a minute, and I like to write different stuff on it. So John Wick was just kind of how I was feeling that day. I had on all black suit. Majority of my team had on all black suits too, just for the, I guess you could say it was a little revenge game. And so that's just where that came from. Yeah, I probably had something different on there this weekend.
When you made the decision to come back, were there certain areas of your game that you were hoping to improve on? And if so, what were those areas?
I would say just my football IQ is the biggest thing that I see myself improving on this year. And, man to man, all of that. But being a communicator and being a leader was something I was trying to focus on coming into this year. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job of that. Just had to keep on coming to work every day and keep on grinding.
Coach Saban talked about fighting complacency this week, and obviously you guys have 2 big wins over some rivals last few games. How are you guys fighting complacency this week?
The message to our team just need to be that this is a big game. I mean, it is a big game. It's an SEC game. Every game in the SEC is going to be a tough, difficult task, especially when we go on the road. And this isn't the place I've played before, so I really don't know what to expect as the atmosphere. But like I said, we just have to tell the team that this is another big game. And just because it's the next game on the schedule, we got to focus on going 1-0 this week.
Trey Amos has stepped in a lot when there have been injuries in the secondary. How have you seen him just adjust to the program in his first year, and how he's been able to consistently step up?
Yeah, Trey, one of those guys that he comes into work every day, and he's always asking me questions because he's actually my locker mate. And so when he first got here, we just kind of hit it off, and just been talking to him and just making sure he has confidence in himself when he go out there and play, because he is a great player for us, and he contributes a lot to what we do whenever he comes into the game. And he just got to keep coming in, going to work, and doing what he do every day.
What has the journey of this team been like the last 8 weeks, from losing in week 2 to having a chance to clinch the West this weekend?
It's been a long journey. I feel like this team really knows that we can't lose another game. And I feel like that helps us a lot in a way, just to know that we're basically playing an elimination game every week. And so that's kind of how we approach it. And that's why we have to be so focused on the details and making sure we prepare the right way, and just not allowing that to happen again.
Yeah, Malachi, you've been here pretty much the whole time that Christian Story.
Mm-hmm.
He's had to play more this year than just special teams because of injuries to Jayden and things like that. Just talk about the job you've seen him do this year for y'all in the secondary.
Yeah, Christian is a great player for us. He comes to work every day, and him just getting those reps in the game says a lot about him, because like you said, he hasn't really played that much, but when he gets in there, he's trying to take advantage of his opportunities that are given to him, and he comes in to work every day, like I said. And that's what all of our guys in the secondary, we always tell everybody, even across the board, whole defense, whole team, that you have to be ready to play, because you never know when your number is going to be called. So it's great to prepare like a starter So when you get the opportunity, you can go out there and perform.
How are you guys able to maximize kind of the halftime window to make any defensive adjustments you guys need to make? Or I think the last couple of weeks you've only allowed like a touchdown at most.
Yeah, I would say it just comes from regrouping, and when it comes to halftime, sometimes we feel like we're not playing our best, or the offense give us some crazy looks we might not have seen before. So we just fix those things in at halftime and make sure we're all on the same page. Because as long as we all on the same page, we can go out there and execute the call, and all 11 men are doing the same task and doing their job and going out there and be successful.
Malachi, how have y'all been able to play off the fan engagement these last few games and the impact that they've had on the outcome and just y'all's overall performance?
Yeah, shout out to the fans, man. They definitely have Brian Denny rocking these past 2 games, and it's helped us a lot. And we love that. We love the energy that they give us and that they bring, and it really makes it difficult on the other team to go out there and perform and communicate calls when you got 100,000 screaming and yelling at the top of their lungs.
Any other questions? Good.
I appreciate y'all.
$30. $15. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining us here on WVTM 13 News. I'm Brittany Decker. A federal judge is releasing State Representative John Rogers from custody. Rogers spent his weekend in the Coleman County Jail. He was accused of violating bond conditions by attempting to contact a key witness in a bribery case multiple times. Rogers and his legal team say the contact was an accident. Our WVTM 13's John Papke is working on this story. He will be live with more information for you starting at 4 o'clock. A date is now set for the 4th GOP presidential primary debate. That will be December 6th in Tuscaloosa. Candidates must have a minimum of 80,000 unique donors and poll at least 6% in 2 national polls to qualify for the 4th debate.
A lot of people made a lot about your wardrobe choice on
Ramaswamy,
Saturday. Just what went into the
Scott, they've all
sleeve
reached
on
the
the leg.
threshold to participate in this 3rd debate. That's Wednesday.
It was hard.
Miami. Former President Donald Trump is not expected to be at either debate.
I brought it back to
Happening
school.
today, the Birmingham
I
Waterworks
changed my
Board
zip code.
wants your
High school, so I
input
brought
about
it up-
next
I
year's
brought it up this
potential
week.
rate increase. This afternoon, the board plans to host a public meeting to consider this issue.
I like
Plus, they're
everyone
going to
on the toes.
discuss the proposed budget as
yeah.
well. If
One
approved,
of
city
these- I'm gonna
residents
bring
may
it back
see
one
a
of these games.
6%
One of these games, I'm
increase
bringing it
on their
back.
bill. Today, the meeting starts at 5:30 at the Birmingham Waterworks headquarters.
Caden Proctor
And
seemed
cities
like
in
he
Shelby
played his
County
best game on
considering
Saturday. He was
establishing
named the
an
player of the
in-house
week by the
ambulance
coaching
service. This is
staff.
going to
Just
address
what have you
during
seen from his
Palm
improvement
City Council
from
meeting
week
this
to
evening.
week?
If approved, the Shelby County Commission
the
would
biggest
provide new
thing Caden
ambulances by
has is his mental
2025.
toughness and
Service
his toughness
areas
throughout the
include
week.
Alabaster,
As
Clara,
far as learning
Lena,
and growing.
and Pelham.
And then
We'll
also
keep right here for more WVTM 13 News. Our Briley
flushing
Brown will
plays,
be
no
right
matter
up
what
after the break with
circumstance it
a
is,
quick
Caden
check your
has
forecast. We hope you'll stay tuned.
tremendous grit.
WVTM 13 News is
how he
live,
coaches the game,
local, late
and
breaking.
I'm proud of him,
From the big
'cause
events
I
to
know
stories
not
that
to trust
impact
him.
your
I know
community.
Plans are
going to
moving
work,
forward to
and,
bring Major League
he's steadily
Baseball
growing as a
to
player.
the Magic City.
At just under 8 months, all eyes will be on Ridgewood Field.
I went
Crews
back
have
and
already
watched some of
started
the
replacing
game from
gutters around the
Saturday, and a
ballpark.
lot of your
We're
runs
gonna
came on
actually
3rd and
build
long.
our
How much
outfield
is
from
it
the
you and
ground up.
Tommy
We have
talking
worked
about
long
kind
and
of,
hard to
hey,
keep the
Jalen, if
ballpark
nothing's
up,
there
and
on
this is
3rd down, make
culmination
sure
of
that
the
you
dream.
run
We
because you
have a
can.
major water main break.
And how much
It is a
emphasis
huge
is on
mess
that?
out here.
Yeah,
BWWB is
I
on
think
scene
with
working to
approaching,
shut this water from
the
gushing
game,
out for
all
us.
we
So
wanna
as you say, a
do is
wildfire
advance
broke out
downs.
over the weekend in the
And,
Azure community.
as far
Extremely
as my
nerve-wracking.
angle,
We were
as far as being a
fortunate, but
quarterback, all I
everything
wanna do
is
is lead the
burned.
offense
Daycares in
and operate,
Alabama are working
as
to overcome an
efficient
new
as
challenge.
possible.
The Child
Whether
Care
it's with the
Stabilization
arm,
Grant is
whether
now a
it's
thing
with
of
my
the
legs.
past. Child Care providers
The
fear
biggest
that
thing is
without
trying to
these
advance
bonuses,
down and try
teachers
to
will leave classrooms
keep
empty
up
for
a
better
good
pay.
positive,
Teachers need to be
you
able
know,
to
a
take care
positive
of their
approach as we
family.
were
It's
playing.
time that child
And
care
that was the
gets
emphasis
considered
to
essential in this
have, whether
country.
it was pass or run,
WVTM 13.
just trying to make a positive play and be a point guard.
Very warm on your Monday afternoon.
Malachi just
We
said
only
that
get
the early
warmer
loss
through the
kind of
rest of
helped
the week.
y'all because then it
77
makes
in
every game an
Birmingham,
elimination game. Do you
76
feel the
down
same way that
Tuscaloosa,
that
Cleveland's
loss
at
against Texas
75.
kind of
We've got some
refocused the
lower to
team to put y'all in the
mid-70s
position y'all are in
toward
now?
Marshall
I
County in the
think we
northeast
look at it as a
portion of the
learning
state.
moment,
Our winds
not
are
dwell
more
on
of
that
the
moment, but
south
also
this
acknowledging
afternoon and into tomorrow.
what are some
So that
things
means
and
warming
corrections
at the surface
that we
and
need to make as a
temperatures
football team.
are well
I
above
can honestly say from my angle, as an offensive